Agenda item 3, organizing locally, townships, precincts, and counties. Yes. And perhaps Lewis can you pull up a couple of those documents, maybe, Lewis? We've constructed documents that show how to organize at the grassroots level. See, we can organize at the same time, both nationally and locally. And the township is the smallest unit. It's the 10-household unit. That's the grassroots level where we're starting to organize. And we've constructed documents here that explain how to do this locally. And yes, notice of the formation of responsibly self-governing communities. Maybe we can hold on that one just for a moment there, Lewis. I'd like to, this document really gets into the nuts and bolts of how and why we have lawful authority to form our own townships and precincts as responsibly self-governing communities locally. And as the header there indicates, this document is not only designed to be a foundation for our people that are trying to form the self-governing communities, but it's also designed to be presented to the presently existing de facto government that's already in place. Your local city council members and county attorney, city council and city attorneys, and county council and county attorneys, and county sheriff and chief of police. See, when we present documents like these to the powers that be, the governing authorities of our local jurisdiction, they've had constructive notice. It's being presented to them. And near the end of the document, we're asking for them to respond in a timely manner. Lewis, can you maybe scroll on down to that end signature line there, too, where there's a final phraseology there that, yes, let me pull it down on my copy so I can see it. Constructive criticism of all statements made herein are invited. All parties have any objections to our declarations made herein. Please declare your lawful basis for such in a prompt and timely manner, or else stand presumed to have agreed by default as to the truth of these declarations. Okay? And I believe I'm saying the same thing in other areas of the document, along with the constructive notice of treason document. And see, this is standard commercial and administrative process that they usually function under. And so they're familiar with the concept of defaulting in response to issues that have been presented before them. And they usually
Charles, if I may, what page were you reading from? What page?
The last page on the document, page 15 of 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah, just right above the signature line there, the last little page.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've got it there. Yeah, that's it, Lewis. And so this is basically a cakewalk. All we need is people with the courage to begin confronting their governmental authorities, their Roman Empire model of governmental authorities, not only locally, but all on up the chain of command. Your local county commissioners, your state representative and your state senators, and then your federal representatives and your federal senators, and your state governor and your state attorney general, and we've got the moral high ground and the legal high ground. This is a situation wherein they're creatures of darkness, and they probably will not engage with us in discussing the merits of these bold propositions. And but they're also moving forward in an aggressive manner with their coronavirus medical emergency declarations and everything like this. They're advancing a military form of tyranny over us. And so this is putting a line in the sand. This is drawing a line in the sand, so to speak, that we're not going to take it anymore. We've got the right and the duty to resist their agenda of evil. We've got the right to self-govern in our own communities, and our own communities, through due process of law, can declare that the de facto municipal form of government is engaged in massive fraud on a number of issues that are important, not only the medical emergency issues. And so this lays the foundation for us to enter into a serious eyeball-to-eyeball debate about which way the guns are going to be pointed and who's going to get them pointed at them. And that's where it needs to go. I think most of you are probably alert enough to recognize that we're in precarious times, and the agenda of militarism and tyranny and despotism is ratcheting up in our times here, and we need a game plan for how to counter it. And in my humble opinion, this is the most advanced game plan available. It's based upon biblical Torah law. It's harmonious with our constitutional common law tradition, and further, it works. When you try to talk to people about this in positions of power, they routinely run and hide because they don't like talking about it. It causes them pain. But anyway, yes, these are the self-governing communities that we're talking about that are referenced in our agenda item 3, and I encourage everyone to take time to look at those documents. The citations document in support of the main document there has many citations